It's rumored that the first Swedish berserker Vikings were actually minions, hence the yellow and blue. In honor of them, we've created a Minion TheGRU cupcake. And here we're going to show you how to make one.
Good morning. Today you get to watch the birth of a minion. Actually, birth of a GRU. It's being supervised by our local Viking Duck and one of the minions themselves. We have our cakes already made up. We have our lingonberry jam. We have our dark chocolate sauce, espresso sauce. And we have our marzipan yellow coating. And the marzipan was made with saffron for the coloring and to add flavor. So first thing we start off with is some chocolate sauce. And we'll pour some of that underneath. And on top of that, we'll put one of our special cakes. Now we'll put some lingonberry preserves. Cake, press down on that. And some more preserves. Then we'll take the last cake, put that on top. Press down. And now we put all of this into the freezer to set up before we put the buttercream on. Our 3-tier has been in the freezer maybe 10-20 minutes. We were partially waiting for our buttercream. This is lingonberry buttercream to soften up enough that we can spread this on top. And around the sides. Yes, it passes the minion height test. Very happy with the minion. The minion's very happy with this GRU. By the time we put the marzipan cap on, it will be good height. Now we'll take this and we'll put this in the freezer again to make that buttercream really hard, stiffen up, so we can work the marzipan over it without smashing it out of the way. This marzipan has been out softening, and it's nice and soft, but you can see how it cracks a little bit. It's just a tad dry. We can add just a little bit of water to this. It's still soft, but it's drying and it's cracking. So I want to add just a little bit of water to that. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon. And work that in. See, that's better. So I'll add just a little bit more. Not quite half to this. And same thing. Just work that in. What you really want to be using is distilled water, so that you don't have to worry about adding any bacteria or biological stuff to this. Okay. It's very sticky and fluff and squeezable. Great Play-Doh. You don't have to use distilled water, but as a safety factor, it's nice, especially if you know you're not going to eat this right away. Or you're going to multiple uses of this. Now I need to clean this up. And we have to roll out our dough. I like to use just straight old wax paper. Now I know my piece needs to be about 8 inches, so I can just do that. I want a little bit of extra, so now I've got a couple inches on all sides. Just cut that out. This helps me determine that I'm rolling to the right size. Okay, and at this point, I'm going to put on gloves. We're still being monitored. And you want to lift it every once in a while. Okay. Now I'll put another piece. Wax paper on top. About the same size. And I can use that to help roll flat. And I'm looking to get to this. So I got plenty here. I need a little bit more out there. I'll just roll towards that. Go. There's our shape. Pull that off. Off. What I can do is cut off the excess, like so. And this can be reused. And it's easy to push this together, so I'm going to cut in a little bit towards the top, which what would be the top. Okay, this would be my dome. And it looks like I can probably get push this out a little further in the front. Okay, now we have our minion's coat. So we'll get our minion back out. Okay, now we can take this. And we're going to drape this over our minion, like so. It may crack a little bit. And the piece that we trimmed in the back, trim off the extra edges. You can spread that thin and use that to patch and paste. Looks like we rolled this a little bit too thin. It should have been a little bit thicker. It wouldn't have cracked as, when we spread it over the top, it wouldn't have been as bad a crack. But it is moldable, and it will stick to itself. And there's our minion. Now all we have to do is add the eyes. And because of the tilt, we'll add the eyes to this front here. But first, we'll freeze this all up. Minion now is almost done. The only thing we need is to add some eyes. So, mixed up some confectionery sugar. Just added water to get the kind of consistency we wanted to make another kind of putty. Now we can mold this into little eyes, or big eyes, whatever size you want. One eye, two eyes, and then 2 pieces of chocolate chip. Chocolate chips. And there we have our basic minion. And we'll cut a little bit of a smile in it. And we have a minion. Now you can put jam in there, or you could put some of the buttercream, or you could put some more. Let's make this a white smile. We still got white left, white icing, some more. So let's, since nice teeth here. And you can get really elaborate. You can make these perfect. And we're not doing that. We're just press that in there.
So that's how you make a Swedish Minion GRU. We call them GRUs.